my brothers, I grew up in a good family, you know. My brothers were kind of off track. They always, you know, were out doing their thing, gang banging or whatever, you know. And I moved to Colorado, and, you know, I was doing good. I moved to Colorado, and I always looked up to my brothers in a way, and so I always used to, like, you know, be in the bathroom or whatever, you know, pretending I was my brothers, you know, throwing up gang signs or whatever, you know, and so, you know, life goes on or whatever, and I ended up losing both my brothers to prison, and both my brothers, one's from a different gang than the other, and one's North Daniel, one's a Sureño. So, you know, my North Daniel brother, he got out, and I just followed his tracks, you know. I started gang banging, I started doing whatever, you know, throwing up my hood or whatever, and you know, my brother from the south side, he got out of prison, and he was like, he loved me so much that he put all that gangbang stuff aside, even though, you know, I wasn't done with all that gangbang stuff, and he told me that he loves me no matter what, and he's gonna ride for me. So, you know, I just kept gangbanging or whatever, and then, you know, years go on or whatever, and I'm still doing my thing, but me and my Northside brother moved to Albuquerque, and, you know, I stayed with my other brother, and we're just taking it nonstop, and we end up getting into the dope game, you know, and I'm smoking weed, and I'm doing whatever, but we end up getting into the dope game, and
tell them what the dope game is.
meth. We end up, you know, smoking meth, selling meth, whatever, you know, whatever involved meth, we were doing it, and when I was 17, I actually put my flag down, and I quit gangbanging, but I quit gangbanging for a bad reason. I quit gangbanging so I could sell dope and make that more money, because when I was gangbanging, flying the red rag, you can't fly the red rag in Colorado, period, you know, and I was doing it, so me and my brother were doing it, making money, so I decided to put my flag down and chose to just sell dope. And me and my brother were going, every 2 weeks, we're going down to Albuquerque, and we're picking up a pound of meth, and we're bringing it back down to Colorado. And, you know, I don't know if it was the meth eating out my brain or whatever, but I'm pretty sure we're being watched. And, so, I mean, you know, a few months passed by, and I end up getting into an altercation with somebody that owed me money. And when I got in this altercation, my brother ended up pulling out a gun and shooting the dude in the head. And I went on the run for 10 days, and I was on the news and everything for, me and my brother were on the news for murder. And like, that was the hardest 10 days of my life. I think I could ever, you know, me and my brother couldn't talk to my mom, I couldn't talk to my girlfriend, I couldn't talk to my dad, I couldn't talk to nobody, because, I mean, we would have got caught, you know. And so me and my brother, we have a lot of talks, a lot of conversations while we're on the run, you know, how he's just gonna go, he's turn himself in, and I'm not gonna be involved with nothing, like I wasn't even there. And you know, and I'm against that, you know, because that's my brother, and I'll ride for him no matter what. So, you know, we end up getting in a few fights while we're on the run, and, you know, so we want to say bye to our mom the last day, on the 10th day. It was October 7th of last year. So we went to my house, and in the process of going to our house, I guess the cops already knew where we were, and while we were driving, my brother flipped the car, and I got out the car, and we started running. We ran over to some expensive houses up north, and we ran into the house, and, you know, told them we actually asked them if we can use their car, but we're like, can we use your keys? And they're like freaked out, because my brother's all tatted in the face, and he got a big old gash in his forehead because we wrecked, and, you know, I'm all bloody, and you know, they throw us the keys because they're scared, and we end up driving to my mom's house, and my mom wasn't there. She was at work. She was working the graveyard that night, and we ended up just staying there. Me and my brother fell asleep, and around like 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up to SWAT and with a beam in the house, and I was just like, I woke up and I ran to the back door because I was gonna run, and I opened the back door and there was a bunch of SWAT with like M16s just like waiting, and I just shut the door and I sat down. I was just like, damn, what do I do, you know? And my pops looked, I was looking for my brother because I fell asleep next to him, but he was already gone. He was in the attic. I didn't know though because I was all delusional. I was all sconted out, and I was just like coming down hard. So I was all delusional, and I was just yelling for my brother, and my dad was like, well, what can you do, son? So my dad and my nephews and nieces and my sister, they walked outside with the cops, and I stayed behind. And I was just like, I put my head down like, damn, what am I going to do? And I just put my shoes on, and I walked outside, and when I walked outside, they grabbed me, and they threw me against the truck. And they're like, what's your name? They started asking me, and they were like, you Robert Basante? And I was like, yes, sir. And they threw me in the car. And, I was in Spring Creek for several months just waiting to see what was going to happen. My brother, ended up getting caught, and when he went to the interrogation room, he told him that I didn't have nothing to do with it, and that, he wants my name out of it. So when I went to court to accept the plea, I said, my first charge was murder in the second degree, and I pleaded guilty to aggravated motor vehicle theft, assault with a deadly weapon, and aggravated motor vehicle accessory to a crime. And I got a 1 to 2, and I feel like the Lord definitely gave me a second chance to live my life. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in the interrogation room, they were talking about you're going to do 16 to 48 years, and I looked around, and I looked at my mom. My mom started crying, and I just put my head down, and I was like, take me to Spring Creek. You know what I'm saying? And then, after I was in Spring Creek, I stayed at Spring Creek for 6 months, and then I got transferred to S.C.T.F. And S.C.T.F. has actually worked a lot of changes in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm allowed to talk to my brother now because he got transferred to Lyman. He pleaded up for 64 years. But we're allowed to talk now, so that's always good. And then just the way that the Lord has come into my life, if I wouldn't have got the second chance, I wouldn't have got my GED. I got two certificates in the kitchen. I got Center of the Plate Award and my achievement.
Yes.
So that's good. I want to pursue that. I want to go to PPCC, and and I go to Youth for Christ every Friday, and I stay after when I can, and it kind of sucks because the circumstances that happen as a pipe for a 2, you can go on no passes. But I got my 3 on Wednesday, so I'm allowed to come now, and I plan on holding that. And I just feel like without the Lord, where would I be?
Yeah.
There you go.